So if you guys have been paying attention, we've seen what PJ Tucker was able to do. He was charged with the task of guarding Kevin Durant, and that is no easy feat. You're not going to be able to lock down these elite NBA guys. Like, PJ Tucker is not expected to lock down Kevin Durant. But what he does have to do is he has to find a way to make it difficult on KD. So the mindset is we're not going to shut him down, we're going to slow him down. A lot of young players can benefit from watching what PJ Tucker is doing in this series. And this is why I decided to make this video, because I think this will be able to be a stepping stone to helping you start thinking the game. So when you're playing, it's going to happen. You're going to have to play against bigger, stronger, faster guys, but sometimes you got to get the job done. When you start scouting your opponents, the questions you have to ask yourself is who, what, and when. Basketball is not an absolute, so there's obviously going to be like some situations in those that might be a little bit different. So PJ Tucker, who versus Kevin Durant? PJ Tucker is 6'5". KD is listed at 6'11". So right off the bat, off the physical assets, KD has the advantage. What? PJ Tucker defensively, he's a strong and he's sturdy, right? He's a strong guy. KD, what KD does really, really, really well is he is very skilled. He can shoot, right? And that first step, the quick first step. So once you start figuring out that, you have a better idea of what you can potentially do to have a better chance at the matchup. The next question is when. And this is a question that the defender has to ask themselves. When does my opponent do what they do best? In what situation? And this is what this goes in the NBA. They have a lot of film and they're able to break down players' moves and everything. KD, the when is what PJ Tucker has to find out. And what we're able to see, and this is a shot track of the most shots taken of Kevin Durant during the season. Kevin Durant loves to operate on that right side. He likes it to go on the right side. So now you're in a situation where you can kind of paint this picture. Okay, what do I have to do? Well, when Kevin Durant's on the right side, he's dangerous. If I can make him go to his left, it's going to be a little bit easier. We're not going to lock him down, but we're going to make him hard for him by making them play constantly in their weakness. And that's what PJ Tucker was able to do really well. Now, knowing Kevin Durant, let's just take anything. Let's do Kevin Durant highlights Brooklyn. When we're looking at what kind of shots that Kevin Durant does, we'll pay attention to that. What you'll be able to notice is that, especially when Kevin Durant has a lot of space, he will dissect the defense. He'll make you pay either with a shot or he'll beat you off the dribble. Here's a pull-up three. Here's another situation where Kevin Durant's in transition. We don't find Kevin Durant. Up. He's going. Oh, this is a good one right here. See, if you're late to him, here, slowing it down off the drive, right? So we have to stay attached with Kevin Durant. Now, what has PJ Tucker done to be able to make life a little bit difficult for KD? Number one, stay connected. So we see that as soon as KD has the ball, PJ Tucker finds him and stays with him. Again, like we mentioned, KD operates on the right side of the floor, where he's waiting, where he becomes very dangerous. Now, we're in a full deny. We're making things harder. We're making them having to force passes. Understand that he's going to make tough shots. We're forcing Blake Griffin to have to make that pass, and KD having to make shots on the move. It's just about making things a little bit difficult. Here is a situation where PJ's picking him up from half court. We're moving. We're staying connected. Staying connected. Forcing him into these shots. KD gets rid of the ball. We stay connected. We're forcing. And this goes back to what we're talking about. PJ Tucker's 6'5", KD 6'11". PJ Tucker has to eat up that space because for you to be a shooter, the ball has to be into your shot pocket to be able to shoot. So what he's doing, he's making him uncomfortable. By pressing up, he's forcing KD to not be in the shot pocket or not being able to put the ball down on the ground. Right? Really being connected. And like we mentioned, once he gets below the free throw line, we're forcing him going to the baseline. So you can see he's being wide. By him being wide, he's forcing KD. If he has to take one dribble, he's not going to take one dribble straight line going to the basket. We don't want to give him any straight line. So by doing this, we're actually forcing Kevin Durant to the baseline. And now we're forcing him into our help defense. If you're a young player, you want to watch the role players because you might be in that situation. Most of the time, you're going to be in that situation. Here, up, we're connected, we're here, we're noticing. Same thing. We don't want him. We angle the body, forcing him going to the baseline. Tough shot. And then we're gone. So here's a situation where we're fighting over the screen, right? Staying connected. Now we have a screen. Stay connected on the screen. Force the offense to make a turnover. Nick Claxton moves, and that's an offensive foul. The ball goes the other way. Now, forcing here. We got Kyrie going. We're going to notice that PJ Tucker is going to step over it, preventing so that the screen doesn't hit. Great help for understanding and trusting our defense, trusting that we have players in the back of us to be able to help out if we have anything. Another situation, staying connected, eat up the space. You guys can see compared to where the highlights before, KD doesn't have that much space to be able to operate. Here we're eating, forcing a tough pass. Now on the catch, making KD see bodies. He's not able to get a strong base because PJ Tucker is using that physicality. And now you're forcing KD into making these lob passes over his head that are easy for your help defense, trusting your help defense. There's another one, up, ball's here. We got PJ Tucker still following KD, connected. We're connected, we're paying attention. He's asking for the screens, forcing him backdoor. And we trust that our help. And like we said, we're trusting that our help is there. So, right off the inbound, we're going to get connected. We're going to fight over this screen. Stay attached. Don't give him room. And we're forcing him going to his left side and trusting that our help defense is there. So, if you're a young player, you're not going to have the ball a lot of times in your hand, but you have other ways that you can affect your game. You can affect the game. And a great thing to be able to do is scouting your opponent, knowing what the strengths of your opponent, how can you take advantage of that? And here PJ Tucker is demonstrating that even though you don't have the height advantage, you could still affect the outcome of a playoff game.